Hi everyone, welcome to Film Vets. I'm your host Paul Dixon, and with me is my co-host Dan Young. Dan, say hello to everyone.
Hi.
How are you today?
You took my thunder. I was all ready to say my name, and you're like, with me is Dan Young, and I'm like,
I'm keeping on your toes.
I don't know what to say. Line.
You're welcome. What are we doing today? Same thing we do every day,
Pinky. Watch a new trailer that just tried to take over the world. And watch The Whale.
We're going to watch The Whale. Let's do it.
Ah.
I'm ready for the Brendan Fraser Renaissance, baby.
I didn't know it had Sadie Sink in it.
Yeah.
Do you ever get the feeling people are incapable of not caring? People are amazing.
Ooh. Wow. So that was The Whale, and Brendan Fraser is going to get nominated for an Oscar. Just from that little bit of footage, I can already tell. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It was so short. I was expecting like full drawn out trailer. Are you sure this wasn't a teaser?
You know what's strange? It says official trailer, but it was a teaser. Let's be honest. That was hardly any footage.
Man, that threw me for a loop hard.
I hate when they do that, but at the same time, I'm okay with not knowing much about this film. I just know Brendan Fraser is going to kill it. I mean, but I knew that beforehand, so not much has changed. I really would have liked a full trailer as well, but this is what we got. So yeah, I think Brendan Fraser's had a long history of just being amazing, and he had a hard time for a while. I don't know if you know these story about what happened with him during the Me Too movement. He had come out and said that he was sexually harassed. It was just really heartbreaking to hear that, and I feel like all the pain and sorrow he's gone through in the last, 8 to 10 years of just being out of the spotlight in Hollywood is going to come out through this film, even though he hasn't really gone anywhere, but he hasn't been as prominent as he once was. I'm so glad he's back. I'm just so glad.
I am so too. I agree with you, absolutely.
And it's Darren Aronofsky, who is renowned for being just one of the best filmmakers working today, despite some movies I'm not really crazy about. Mother. Did you see Black Swan, or did you see Requiem for a Dream?
Black Swan, yeah. I saw Black Swan. I don't remember if I saw Requiem for a Dream.
A fun little tidbit. For a while before Batman Begins, Darren Aronofsky was going to direct a Batman movie. And that's that's a really interesting story that we'll go into some other time. But basically, it was very different from what you would think of Batman. He was going to be basically like a homeless guy instead of a rich man. And he was going to build all the Batmobile and stuff with his mechanic, Al. Like, it was just really, really different from it.
A huge departure.
Yeah. He was actually going to get Joaquin Phoenix to play Batman.
That actually would have been amazing.
That guy can do anything.
He could do anything. Batman, like, when he was a kid, in Batman Begins, wasn't it a ballet? Like a play or a ballet or something like that they went to go see?
They went to an opera, and it was bats in the opera. I don't remember the name of it, but the bats got to Bruce, and that's why he went out into the alleyway. Anyways, we're getting off the Whale.
I wanted to draw a connection. Yeah, I wanted to just really quickly draw a connection. It was interesting that Darren Aronofsky, went from wanting to direct a Batman movie to directing Black Swan. And I don't know what the timeline is if he did Black Swan after. I believe he did. I believe Batman Begins came out way before Black Swan. But it's kind of like he went from wanting to direct the Batman movie to just the play that's in the movie. Okay, I'll settle for this part.
So he was just like watching
Black
Batman
Swan
Begins.
gets
It's
really
like,
fun when you think that its whole setting is Gotham.
it's oh wow.
It's the Scarecrow's like poisoned water supply that got to her.
Oh my god. Whoa, this is like blowing my mind. So Black Swan is in the DC universe. This is great.
There we go. We did it here.
Dear God. Yikes.
Now let's go back to Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. So the very little I know about this movie from what we've seen is that Brendan Fraser is a recluse who's gained a lot of weight, or maybe he was like that before he became a recluse. I'm not sure, but it immediately reminds me of the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape with the mother. And I remember that movie being very heartbreaking. I mean, because at the end, the mother dies being overweight. It's interesting that we can make a movie like this today and it not be a parody or something to make fun of. It's dealing with mental health and dealing with the problems and the struggles of people who become overweight because of their depression and their anxiety and the things that they deal with. I know people in my life actually deal with those things and are overweight and struggle with that as well. And they're just the most wonderful people, but they can't, they're doing their best. And sometimes I don't think I don't think we should be treating these people any different from anyone else. We just need to be more understanding and helpful and stop judging them. Especially, we got this society of the way people are supposed to look. They're supposed to be skinny. They're supposed to be in shape all the time. That's just not the real world.
If everybody's the same, then nobody's different. We're all going through different things, and that's what makes movies so wonderful. Everybody gets to have just a small taste of somebody else's journey. It's
I think that's something I think about sometimes. I'll see somebody on the street and be like, oh, that person's so different. And then I think, I'm so happy that person's so different, even though they're not someone I would go out of my way to hang out with sometimes, or it's just interesting. It's fascinating. I wasn't always like that. I always thought of people, oh man, they're weird. They have different hair color, or they're a different body shape. And I really over time changed my viewpoint on that and just kind of said, the world is better diversity and difference of body shapes and different hair color or anything. And I think that's really cool. And it's movies like this that can change people's perception on that. I'm really excited for this. I really, really do think Brendan Fraser is going to get nominated. I mean, you saw in the trailer, they had quotes, triumphant performance and things of that nature.
Yeah. And he will blow you away.
I mean, he already did. Wait,
I'm
one
expecting
line.
some good stuff.
With that one line towards the end, I'm already tearing up, crazy.
I am really excited to see this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll probably do a review for this for sure. All right, thanks for watching. What did you think of The Whale? Are you excited for Brendan Fraser being back in the spotlight? And if you aren't, what the hell's wrong with you? Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our other segment called Vet Spotlight, where we talk about veterans who are in the entertainment industry and have made a difference in the world. Also, thank you, veterans, for watching, and thank you, Dan, for joining me today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's whale it out.
I don't know what that means.
I don't need... Bye, everybody.
Bye.